deep below the waterline, past the cargo holds, past the fuel tanks, past the layers of steel that separate the sea from everything inside. There is a room that most people will never see. It is loud, it is hot, it never stops. It is the engine room, and it is the reason the ship moves at all. Every cargo ship crossing the Pacific, every cruise ship sailing the Caribbean. But walk into the engine room of a cargo ship and then walk into the engine room of a cruise ship, and you are standing in two completely different worlds. Different machines, different fuel. Different philosophy, different demands. This is what powers both, and the difference goes deeper than most people ever imagine. A cargo ship is built around one objective: to transport massive goods across vast oceans. Relentless, efficient. Move the maximum amount of freight across the maximum distance for the minimum cost. Everything, including the engine, serves that objective without compromise. The primary engine on a large cargo ship, this massive machine provides the immense power needed for global transport. It is one of the most powerful cargo internal combustion engines ever built by human hands. On the largest container ships, a single main engine produces between 80 and 110,000 horsepower. This container ship stands as tall as a 6-story building and weighs over 2,000 tons. Container ship cylinders are each large enough for a person to stand inside. Some engines carry up to 14. It runs on heavy fuel oil, the densest, cheapest, most energy-dense marine fuel available.
This is a large 2-stroke marine diesel engine. Its thick fuel must be heated to flow.
At full sea speed, a large container ship burns approximately 300 metric tons of this fuel every single day. The crankshaft connects to the propeller shaft in a direct mechanical relationship that maximizes efficiency and minimizes the mechanical complexity that causes failures at sea. This engine does not start and stop. It runs continuously for the entire voyage, which can last weeks. The engineers on watch do not manage it so much as they monitor it, checking temperatures, pressures, flow rates, and wear indicators around the clock. In 4-hour watch rotations, every day the ship is at sea. A cruise ship engine room tells a completely different story, where a cargo ship concentrates its power in one massive engine. A cruise ship distributes it. The propulsion philosophy is fundamentally different, and for good reason. Most modern cruise ships use a diesel-electric propulsion system. Rather than connecting engines directly to propellers, the ship's diesel engines, typically 4 to 6 medium-speed units, generate electricity. That electricity powers electric motors called Azipods, or podded propulsors, mounted beneath the hull. Each Azipod contains its own electric drive motor and can rotate a full 360 degrees, giving the ship extraordinary maneuverability without the need for a traditional rudder. This system exists because a cruise ship has power demands that go far beyond propulsion. Lighting, air conditioning, heating, kitchens, laundry facilities, entertainment systems, elevators, and the full hospitality infrastructure of a floating city all draw from the same power generation system. The diesel engines on board a large cruise ship collectively produce enough electricity to power a small town. And they must do so reliably, continuously, and without interruption, regardless of sea conditions. The fuel is different too. Modern cruise ships increasingly operate on liquefied natural gas. LNG, the cleanest burning marine fuel currently available. LNG produces significantly lower sulfur emissions than the heavy fuel oil used by cargo ships. And the cruise industry has moved aggressively toward LNG-powered new builds in response to tightening international emissions regulations. The result is an engine room that looks less like the industrial interior of a cargo ship and more like a precision power plant. Cleaner, more compartmentalized, and managed by engineers who must balance propulsion demands against the total power needs of thousands of people living and moving throughout the vessel at all times.
Pressure's holding. Check the seals.
The machinery is only half the story. The people who run it are the other half. On a cargo ship, the engineering team is lean. A chief engineer, a second engineer, third and fourth engineers.
Copy, checking temp now.
And a small team of engine room ratings, motormen and oilers, who assist with maintenance and watch duties. The entire team may number no more than 8 to 10 people responsible for an engine room the size of an industrial warehouse.
Check those pressure levels. We can't afford any surprises. Each engineer carries shore support available in the middle of the Pacific.
When something fails, a fuel pump, a cooling water system, a turbocharger bearing, the team fixes it with what they have on board.
The spares room on a cargo ship is stocked for exactly this reason.
Self-sufficiency is not a preference, it is a survival requirement. The watch system is relentless, 4 hours on, 8 hours off, around the clock, for months at a time.
The chief engineer signs off on every major decision, every fuel calculation. Check that pressure, log any deviation. Pressure holding, parameters.
The weight of that responsibility, carried across a 6-month contract in a hot, loud, isolated engine room,
Pressure's holding steady, log it.
is something few people outside the profession fully appreciate. On a cruise ship, the engineering department is larger and its demands are broader. The chief engineer manages not just propulsion machinery but the entire technical infrastructure of a vessel that functions simultaneously as a hotel, a restaurant complex, a theater, a medical facility, and a power station. HVAC systems, freshwater generation plants, fire detection networks all fall within the engineering department's domain.
Pressure holding steady, check the feed pump. Feed pump clear, chief.
The work is complex, constant passengers move through the decks above, completely unaware of the technical operation sustaining their comfort. Both industries are facing the same pressure from the same direction. The International Maritime Organization has set aggressive targets for reducing shipping's carbon emissions, and both cargo and cruise operators are responding. For cargo shipping, the path forward includes LNG, methanol, and ammonia as alternative fuels, each carrying its own infrastructure challenges and engineering implications.
Connecting the LNG lines now, safety first.
Wind-assisted propulsion is returning to commercial service,
Engaging shore power, Mr.
supplementing diesel power and cutting fuel consumption on long ocean passages. For cruise shipping, LNG is already mainstream on new vessels. Hydrogen fuel cell technology is being tested at smaller scales. Shore power connections, allowing cruise ships to shut down their engines entirely while in port and draw electricity from the local grid, are becoming standard at major cruise terminals worldwide. The engine rooms of both vessel types will look different in 20 years. The fuels will change, the machinery will evolve, but the fundamental challenge, moving enormous vessels across vast oceans reliably, and the engineers who manage those systems will remain the most essential people on the ship. 2 ships, 2 engine rooms, 2 completely different answers to the same question. How do you move something this large across an ocean this vast? One answer is raw power, a single engine the size of a building, burning the densest fuel on Earth, driving a propeller the width of a house, day after day, across thousands of miles of open water. The other answer is distributed intelligence, multiple engines generating electricity. Electric motors turning beneath the hull, a power system serving not just propulsion, but an entire city of human beings who expect the lights to stay on and the ship to arrive on time. Both answers work, both are extraordinary achievements of engineering and human expertise. And behind both of them, in the heat, in the noise, in the relentless watch rotations that never stop. They are not passengers, they are not cargo, they are the reason the ship moves, and without them, nothing does. If this video gave you a deeper respect for the machines and the people who run them, subscribe for more real maritime stories.